And we're back live at Go-Karts Park in Decatur, Georgia, getting set for our second of two softball games this afternoon. First one went the way of the Wolves, the Wesleyan College. They won at 11-9 over the Scotties of Agnes. Scotties getting set to get a little revenge in this second contest. Take a look at some of the starters for the second ball game as we're just about set to begin. For the Wolves of Wesleyan College, it'll be Neesmith back in the number one spot batting. She'll be followed by Sabrina Brook, the shortstop, batting number two. Bailey Caldwell, she'll be playing at third base in this ball game. She'll bat third. Savannah Pollock, the catcher, will bat fourth. And the fifth spot, it'll be the first baseman, Jaden Jandea Wright. In the sixth spot, Tiana Zupanik. Zupanik going to be on the mound for the Wolves in this ball game, followed by Janae Rookert, the left fielder. Designated player Brooke Fleming, she'll bat eighth, and Jasmine Staley, the second baseman, she'll bat ninth, with Emery Steverson doing the pitching in this second ball game of the Emily Stevenson in this second ball game for the Wolves of Wesleyan. For the Scotties, Reagan Hutto going to get the start on the mound for them to start this second ball game. We'll get you that starting lineup in totality for the Scotties as this ball game unfolds. But at third, it'll be Kylie Thomas, short, Colleen Thorson, Hutto on the mound, Emil Thomas at second base, and Tori Kimbrell at first as we're underway in our second ball game. As Naismith swats at the first and misses. In the outfield for the Scotties of Agnes Scott, it'll be Mercedes Barker in left, Kat Fernandez in center, and Megan Smith getting the start in right field. Right now, Naismith swats at another one, takes strike two. So underway here. First inning action from Oakhurst Park. So quickly behind in the count is Neesmith, 0-2. Hutto on the mound. Hutto on the season. 3 wins, 4 losses for the Scotties. This is going to be her 9th appearance. She's started in 7 games, completed 3 already. ERA just above 8 and 33 innings of pitching for Agnes Scott so far. She's the workhorse really for the Scotties as Neesmith swings and misses at that pitch, and that's the first strikeout of the ball game. First one for Hutto in the contest. So down goes Neesmith, and up to the plate now comes Sabrina Bowen, the shortstop for Wesleyan. Chopper right to the first baseman, Kimbrell. She'll squeeze that and take it to the bag for the easy out. So one pitch, and that's an out for Bowen. And so Bailey Caldwell at third base. Into the box now for the Wolves. Caldwell 1 of 4 in the first ball game today. And that one was a home run to get the scoring started in the first inning. First pitch by Hutto is a ball. That one swung on and fouled out of play by Caldwell. One and one to count now. Hutto, 33 strikeouts, now 34 on the season as she retired Neesmith to start this second ball game of the day. Caldwell in there with a 1-1 count on her. Popped up, that looks like that'll get just beyond the fence line as Fitzgerald takes a look at it from behind the plate. Our collection is Gigi Elizondo behind the plate catching for the Scotties in this second ball game. Kaylee Fitzgerald could be designated as a designated player in this contest. Framing it as Elizondo trying to get a call, but no call from behind the plate. This time it's Kerry Boggs handling the balls and strikes for the officiating crew, and Jeffrey George out at field. Count to 2-2. Hutto with the pitch, another one fouled off to the right side. Caldwell trying to get her timing down. Hutto trying to keep it away from her. Hutto, the sophomore from Douglasville, Georgia. This one down to the first base line, right to Kimbrell again. So she gets the last two batters in this first half of the first inning to retire the side for the Scotties. So they go 3 up, 3 down. The Wolves do in this first inning. Scotties getting set to come to the plate. They'll send Barker, Thomas, and Fitzgerald to get things started after this. Back live, bottom of the first inning we go. Scotty's coming to the plate for the first time in the ball game. Scotty's first contest of the day. 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error in that ball game against the Wolves of Wesleyan, who won it 11-3 or 11-2 in that ball game. Now they go to 9-3 on the season as Mercedes Barker steps in for the Scotties. Mercedes, 3 trips to the plate in the last ball game, came away hitless. So I want to try to get things started here on the right foot as she takes the first pitch for a ball. Panic moved from third base to the mound and throws a bullet there for the Wolves across the plate for a strike. Panic, 5-1 as a pitcher. This will be her 8th appearance on this season. She's started in 5 games and completed all 5 of those. ERA at 1.62. She is a hard thrower. Over 30 innings of work. She's given up 29 hits, only 1 double there, and teams batting .279 against her. 31 strikeouts on the season for the junior from Croatia. That one low and inside to Barker. Count run to 3-1 now. And Barker, the first-year player from Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, ahead in the count. Panic on the 3-1 pitch. Bounced that one up there. And the first Scotty to bat in this ball game reaches first on a walk. '69th and 70th meeting between these teams with the 2 ball games today. Scotties haven't had much luck with the Wolves over the last 10 ball games, only sporting the 2-8 record. Pitch at the plate, Thomas takes a strike. as they chase Barker back to first. Thomas steps back in, facing an 0-1 count. Swings and misses the fastball from Zupanik. Quickly the 0-2 on Thomas. Thomas, 1 of 3 in that first ball game. Actually scored one of the runs to allow that contest to go into regulation instead of ending in 5. As she swats that one there and fouls it away. Barker at first base. Swing and a miss there by Thomas. So Thomas goes down on a K. That's the first strikeout of the ball game for Zupanik. And Kaylee Fitzgerald now set to come in, the senior. Fitzgerald 1 of 3 in that first ball game for the Scotties. Takes the first pitch for a strike. One down, 1 on for the Scotties, and that pitch is low. Fitzgerald with a good job behind the plate that first ball game. Threw out 2 runners caught stealing in that first contest. She always does a good job of handling the pitchers and a very good defensive player for the Scotties. Behind in the count now, 1-2. Zupanik with the pitch. Swung on and missed by Fitzgerald. Went up high on her there. Kaylee couldn't lay off of that one for the strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts by Zupanik. And to the plate now, Kylie Thomas. Thomas with a fine defensive effort in that first ball game as well. Had 6 assists in that contest. That's some kind of ball coming into the field of play down in right field. Things you see at a public park. Thomas takes the first pitch high. I think there was some kids playing just down the first base line behind the fencing, and somebody tossed it over. It's like a soccer ball. Pop up and out of play by Thomas, trying to catch up with that fastball of Zupanik. Zupanik just kind of essentially grips and rips from the mound for the Wolves. A lot of pace on her fastballs. Fires one in there, and Thomas not able to catch up with that one. Comes out limping just a little bit. Takes or swings at strike 2, down to 1-2 on the count now for Thomas. Poked on and up the middle for a base hit. Hit it right back where it came from. Good piece of hitting there by Kylie Thomas to push Barker down to second, and she'll stand at first base. So Thomas just stroked it right back up the middle for the single. So Barker at second, Thomas at first, and Kat Fernandez now standing in. Fernandez went deep in the bottom of the 5th to keep the ball game going with a 2-run homer. That was her 2nd of the season for the Scotties. Not 2 out there now for Kat. Took the first pitch for a ball. She's Panic fires. This one's high. Ball 2. Two and 0. That one just under the chin for ball 3. So hitters count here for Fernandez. She is a fastball hitter. You have to come in here with one or just let her walk. And they go high in the strike zone. So Fernandez draws the walk. Second walk of this first inning by W.A.N.E. So now you got Barker at third. Down at second is Thomas. And over at first, Cat Fernandez. In other words, bases loaded. Colleen Thorson, the shortstop, in the batter's box for the Scotties. Colleen, one of 3 in that first ball game. As she comes down the line and talks to Coach Carrie Busby. So Busby's talking to Thorson. Looks like Megan Smith in that conversation as well. She's on deck. And Barker was a part of that conversation as well. So they break it up there. 1 ball. No strikes to Thorson. Here's the pitch. Took one at the knees on the inside corner. Good pitch from W.A.N.E. 2 down. Bottom of the first. Scotty's trying to get on the scoreboard first. Popped up, ranging toward the first base line and out of play. Wright gave it a look. Ran out of room. So 1-2 the count on Thorson. Bases loaded. Pitch is low and in the dirt. Got away from Pollock, but she's able to run it down just behind her. Count to 2-2. Big at bat here for Colleen Thorson and the Scotties. W.A.N.E. winds and delivers. And somehow Thorson able to lay off that pitch to take the count to 3-2. Real close for comfort there. So they got to come in here with a pitch on a 3-2. 2 outs. Here it is. Inside and ball 4. So third walk of this inning by W.A.N.E. And this one plates a run for the Scotties. So Thorson down to first, Fernandez down to second, Thomas over to third, and Barker walks home for the game's first run. Megan Smith, first-year player, now steps in the box. Takes one way over the head for a ball that almost over the head of Pollock to the back screen. Smith did not play in the first ball game. And she takes another ball. So that'll bring head coach Brady Tigert out for a visit to the mound. W.A.N.E. Without question, one of the leading pitchers for the Wolves, having some problems settling into this ball game in the bottom half of the first inning. Scotty's already with one run across by virtue of the 3 walks issued by W.A.N.E in this first inning of play. Bases loaded at the moment. Megan Smith, first-year player from Richmond, Texas, ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 down. Just looking to punch one in somewhere here to push another across. W.A.N.E wants to go through the signs again with Pollock. Here's the pitch. Finds a strike zone on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Slight breeze still blowing here in Decatur, Georgia. Sunday afternoon. Clear, beautiful blue skies. A couple of contrails by some jets up off in the distance. As Smith swings and misses at a fastball from W.A.N.E. Count to 2-2. Megan Smith at 294, 5 of 17 batting. Here's the pitch. Swung at it and missed it. Good pitch there by W.A.N.E to go low in the strike zone to get the strike on Smith. So that'll do it for the bottom half of the first for the Scotties. They come away with 1 run after the 3 walks from W.A.N.E and 1 base hit to lead at 1-0. Take a break and get the Wolves coming back to the plate to start the second inning. Back live at Oakhurst Park, getting set to go to the second inning. Wolves to the plate. They'll send up Pollock, Wright, and W.A.N.E. As they now trail, they try to bunt away on. This is Pollock, pushes it foul, left side. Pollock, 1 of 4 in the first ball game of the day, had 2 RBIs for the Wolves in that 11-2 win over the Scotties. Swats at 1. Thomas got to go for it, can't get it. It got through the hole just beyond her at second base for the base hit. Thomas playing closer to the first base side, and that hole was something that Pollock was able to find And she'll get the base hit to be at first base for the Wolves. If Emma's playing a little deeper in the hole, closer to second base, that's an easy catch for her. As Wright comes back to the plate. Wright takes a look at ball one. Wright, 2 of 3 in that first ball game. 2 RBIs for her. Had 1 assist and 4 putouts for the Wolves in game 1. Runner on first is Pollock. Another ball there from Hutto. Hutto indicating to the official, asking if it was high. He said yes. So Wright ahead in the count now. 2 balls, no strikes. Pollock at first. Now she finds the range. Hutto does. Splits the plate with that fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wright steps out. Looks down the line at head coach Brady Tigert. Brady Tigert in his first year at Wesleyan. Swing and a miss there by Wright. Talking to coach before the ball game, he said he's just having a difficult last 3 or 4 days sleeping because he's still commuting from taking over the program. And they got him living in a dormitory on the Wesleyan campus. That one thrown high, the runner going. Throw down to second. Thorson cuts it off, but not a play down there on Pollock. Said it's just amazing the things you can hear on a college campus at 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning. At Wesleyan, apparently they have a pet-friendly policy there too, where most of the dorms allow pets in there. So it's a 3-ring circus, he says. It's a pitch swatted by Wright, but right for Thorson for the out. Another hard hit ball by Wright, but right into the arms of Thorson. That's the same thing that happened in game 1 with a line drive that Thorson was able to pick from the bat of Wright. W.A.N.E on now to hit. So 1 down. W.A.N.E. Count at 1 ball and 1 strike now, but that 1 ball credited because Hutto on the mound was behind the rubber when she looked at her pitching band to indicate her pitches, and you got to be on the rubber to do that. So that'll take it to 1 ball, 2 strikes. One down here, top of the 2nd inning. Here's a pitch. Creased by W.A.N.E to stay alive. Just barely got a piece of it. One and 2 the count. Popped up into left field. Barker. She's not able to play that ball, and they come to the plate, and the throw is going to be late. Getting down with the slide at third is W.A.N.E. Down in that left corner, Barker not able to field that softball cleanly. And it's going to result in the first run of the ball game for the Wolves of Wesleyan College. Wasn't able to see that down in that corner. I believe that was an error in the corner or a base hit. Base hit. So trying to give chase was Barker down there. Vantage point won't allow us to see dead down in the deepest part of the corner. And a pop-up and out of play by Rookert at the plate. So not an error, but a hit down in the corner by Zupanik. And she'll get credit for a double on that and advance on the throw. So Pollock scored, brings the ball game to 1-1. Rookert, she shoots one out there behind the head and over the shoulder catch there, nicely done by Thorson, but she threw it away, trying to throw it back to third, but Zupanik not able to advance. Major league style catch there by Colleen Thorson at shortstop, going over the shoulder to grab that softball. And quickly trying to get it back in to Kylie Thomas at third. That ball had all the chances in the world of just dying down behind her if she did not make that gallant effort to get it. And that would have surely scored Zupanik. Instead, it's 2 down now. At the plate is Brooke Fleming, the freshman. And she takes a strike from Reagan Hutto. Hutto, the sophomore from Douglasville, Georgia. Some zing on that last pitch. Ball tipped at a plate. Fleming stays alive. Hutto normally won't overpower you. More of a finesse pitcher. Able to really pick her spots around the plate. Two-two pitch from the sophomore. Just out of the strike zone, up high there. Count to full at 3-2. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball at the plate. Battle between Hutto and Fleming at this point. The freshman and the sophomore. Glad you're with us for our coverage of Scotty's softball on the Scotty Sports Network. Second of 2 ball games today. First one went the way of the Wolves, 11-2. Hutto with the pitch. Missed on the inside corner. That's where she wanted to go, was on the inside and low, but did not get it on the plate. So Fleming down the first on the walk. Zupanik at third. Jasmine Staley in the box for the Wolves. Looks at ball 1. The pitch by Hutto. Swung on and missed by Staley. Good pitch from Hutto. Take it to 1-1. Runners at the corners for the Wolves. Popped up at the plate and out of play. Staley went 1 of 3 in the first contest. And 1 run batted in. Popped up another one. That one out of play just behind us as well. Charles Ward here with the play call. Joined to my right by Robert Vogel, official scorer for the game. And to my left, W.A.N.E. Walker, who's handling our production and direction this afternoon from W.A.N. Films. I pitch out of the strike zone. Should say W.A.N. Films. Count to 2-2 now. 2 down. Hutto trying to find a pitch to get out of this inning. Popped up in the right field. Thomas going out and coming in to make the grab over the shoulder. That's Megan Smith for out number 3. So Smith with the catch in right field. That retires the side for the Wolves in the top of the second. They come away with 1 run, leave 2 runners stranded at the corners. And the Scotties getting set to come back to the plate. They'll send up Elizondo, Kimbrell, and then back to the top of the order. We'll have that for you after this timeout. Heading to the bottom of the second inning. Scotties coming to the plate. Ball game tied at 1 each. Wolves able to push across a run in their top half of this second inning. Got a double from Tihana Zupanik with a couple of walks mixed in there to get that run across. Gigi Elizondo, the junior from Deer Park, Texas, now getting set to come in to the batter's box for the Scotties. Elizondo, 2 plate appearances in game 1. Not able to come away with a hit there. Zupanik's first pitch is a ball. That one low as well. So 2-0 count for Elizondo. Another timeout by Coach Tigert coming to the mound. Trying to get to his battery of Zupanik and Pollock. Trying to get them on the same page. Stiff wind starting to kick up here in Oakhurst Park. Elizondo headed back to the box, likely with instructions to wait for that first strike before even attempting to swing. Zupanik back to work. Here's the pitch. Found the corner with the strike there. 2 balls, 1 strike. That one at the upper end of the strike zone. Goes in for a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike to Elizondo. Gigi back in the box. Got one out of the zone as well, so Elizondo draws the pass. Walk number 4 in the ball game for Zupanik. Tori Kimbrell now, first baseman, into the box. First spot of duty today for Tori. Takes a look at strike one. Kimbrell, the junior from Cumming, Georgia. Elizondo at first. Kimbrell squares the bunt and pushed it foul left side. So Kimbrell behind in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes to her. See if she'll try to square again. Caldwell tight at the corner, and so is Wright for the Wolves defensively. Took a strike at the outside corner. So Kimbrell down on strikes. Second, third strikeout of the ball game for Zupanik. 1 down, bottom of the second. Mercedes Barker back at the top of the lineup now. She drew a base on balls her first time, but looks at the first pitch of this sequence in for a strike. That one low, so take it to 1-1. Elizondo still down there at first base. The inside pitch got away from Pollock, and down to second goes Elizondo with the slide. Likely go down as a pass ball there on Pollock. Count at 2-1 on Barker. Or 3-1 now for that last pitch. That one was low and inside. Pitch by Zupanik. Outside corner for the strike. Take the count to full. Good little gap in between right and center field. If Barker can find it out there. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. Count full at 3-2. Three-two pitch by Zupanik, low and in the dirt. So Barker draws the walk. Fifth base on balls for Zupanik over this first inning and a half. Emma Thomas back into the box. Thomas struck out in the first. Squares the bunt. Takes the ball high. 1 down, bottom of the second for Agnes Scott. Thomas trying to push Elizondo and Barker around. She squares, got the bunt down. Caldwell to first. They missed the ball at first base. They come to the plate. Sliding is Elizondo, and she's in. They missed her on the tag. So Elizondo somehow got around that tag at the plate as Caldwell fielded at third on the bunt, threw it to a covering Jasmine Staley, and Staley not able to collect that softball at first base. Didn't want to come off the bag and needed to get to the softball, and it got past her. So as a result of that, Elizondo's able to score the run for the Scotties. And that'll push Barker over the third. And Thomas goes down to second. Likely go down as an E4 on Staley at first. Very catchable ball. Kaylee Fitzgerald steps in, asking for some assistance down from Jeffrey George was Carrie Boggs. And he says that she did not go, so it's 2 balls, no strikes on Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald takes a pitch high. Quick 3-0 count to Fitzgerald as she squares back in. Barker at third. Thomas at second as Fitzgerald takes a strike. She agrees with that call. The count goes to 3-1. And another strike in by Zupanik to take it to full at 3-2. Still just 1 down for the Scotties here at the bottom of the second. They lead it 2-1. Here's the pitch. That one's low. Fitzgerald draws the walk. So now the base is loaded for the Scotties. It's walk number 6 in this ball game for Zupanik. So you got Barker at third, Thomas down at second, and Fitzgerald at first. As Kylie Thomas steps into plate, the first-year player from Clarksville, Georgia. Chance to push a couple across here with a base hit. Zupanik with the pitch. Popped into center field, ranging back there. And there's the catch by Neesmith, but tagging and coming to the plate is Barker. And everybody else pushing up 60 feet. So Fitzgerald down to second, and Thomas over to third base. Sacrifice fly by Thomas. And Barker scores, make it 3-1. Kat Fernandez stepping in the box. Still with a chance to do some damage with 2 down. Fernandez lit things up in the first ball game with the 2-run homer. In the bottom of the 5th, when the Scotties needed it to get past the 5-inning 8-run rule. Fernandez takes a look at that fastball from Zupanik, which crosses the plate. Count to 1-1. Another fastball by Zupanik. Same spot, same call. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One and 2 pitch, fouled on by Fernandez. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Two outs, bottom of the second. Popped up again and out of play by Hernandez. Scotty's with a 3-1 lead. And that ball up and out of the strike zone. 2-2 to Fernandez. Scotty's back at home here on next Saturday in their first conference matchup. That one in the left corner. Looks like it's going to get out of play, and it will. It'll meet the preseason Western Division #1 team and last year's tournament champions, Lions of Piedmont. A doubleheader action here from Oakhurst Park at 1 and 3 o'clock. And now following that on Sunday, another conference matchup with Berea. The Mountaineers will come in for games at 12 and 2 o'clock. So softball weekend next weekend as Fernandez takes one low and off the plate, called a strike. She didn't agree with that, but she will strike out to end this bottom of the second for the Scotties. But they come away with 2 runs. So Agnes Scott now, as we head into the third, takes a 3-1 lead over the Wolves of Wesleyan College. Back with the top inning of the third after this break. Top of the third, Scotties with a 3-1 lead over the Wolves of Wesleyan College. Softball action as the Wolves send Marilyn Neesmith back to the plate. Hutto struck her out in the first inning. Curveball low by Hutto. Neesmith showing a bunt. She'll be followed by Sabrina Bowen and Bailey Caldwell in the lineup for Coach Tigert and the Wolves. Strike called on the corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one just off the plate by Hutto. Count now 2-1 on Neesmith. Neesmith 3 of 4 in game 1 today. Swats at it. Trickle down the first base line. Flip over to Kimbrough by Thomas to get the out. Nice hands by Emma Thomas to handle that softball with traffic coming her way down the line. Bowen back in the box for Wesleyan. Bowen able to score a run in that first ball game. Takes a look at a ball from Reagan Hutto. Struck out twice in that first contest. Hutto with the pitch. Chopped on and fouled off by Bowen. One and one pitch by Hutto. This one's looped out to the shortstop Thorson. So Thorson with a good job staying right there in the line of that line drive for the out. She snapped about 3 of those line shots. 2 of them off the battage and they're right that were hard hit. That one hit well by Bowen as well. And Thorson right there for the out. So 2 quick outs for Reagan Hutto here, top of the third. Caldwell squares in the box. She lined out to Kimbrell at first base. Her last at bat. Takes the ball to start this sequence. And takes a strike there from Hutto. 2 down. W.A.N.E in the pitch by Hutto. Change of speed on that one. Just a little out of the strike zone up top. Two-one pitch coming from Hutto. And this one's looped out into left field and down for a base hit. Caldwell rounding first, digging for second. She'll get in there standing up. So Bailey Caldwell corks one to left field for a double. So she's aboard with 2 down. She's the Wolves' leading hitter coming into today's action. .467 batting average. Already added to her home run total today. Went deep in the first ball game of the first inning. She's got 3 home runs on the season. A chopper there to Thomas at second base. They'll get the out there at first, and that'll do it for this top of the third. So the double by Caldwell doesn't hurt the Scotties. They keep the 3-1 lead, and we go to the bottom of the third after this timeout. Back at Oakhurst Park, going to the bottom of the third. Now Scotties with a 3-1 lead and coming to the plate. Thorson just made a Good play in the defensive set for the Scotties, now coming to the batter's box. First-year player from Swanee, Georgia. Declared as a biology major at Agnes Scott. W.A.N.E still on the mound for the Wolves. Thorson takes a strike on the inside. W.A.N.E going up in the strike zone and missing there at 1-1. Wolves on deck for them. They're in action on the Thursday, the 24th. The Panthers of Birmingham Southern meet them in the Matthews Athletics Complex on the Wesleyan campus as Thorson drives one foul right side behind the Wolves dugout. Pitch low and in the dirt by W.A.N.E. Count to 2-2. Two pitch from W.A.N.E. Finds the inside corner. And Thorson could only look at that one go by. So she will take a seat after the strikeout. Megan Smith, after a defensive catch in right field to end the inning, steps in. She struck out her last time up. First pitch bounces up there from W.A.N.E. Nobody on. One down. Bottom of the third. Swing and a floater down the first base line. It'll stay fair. Wright picks that up. Steps on the bag for an easy out. So Smith retired for the second time in the ball game. And that brings on Gigi Elizondo. Sacks empty for Elizondo as she steps in, and she takes a strike at the knees by W.A.N.E. First time today the flags in right field are stiff. And another strike on the inside corner from W.A.N.E. Balls, two strikes. Here's a pitch, swung on and missed by Elizondo. She went up there aggressive, but came away with nothing. W.A.N.E. able to strike her out and end the bottom of the third for the Scotties. At the end of three, it's a 3-1 lead for Agnes Scott. Wolves of Wesleyan College coming back to the plate to start the fourth. Top of the fourth. Wolves trailing 3-1. They'll send up Jindea Wright, the senior from Fort Lauderdale. Reagan Hutto on the mound for the Scotties. Winds and delivers. Strike as Wright takes a look at that one. Good pitch from Reagan to start this sequence. Wright with a line out to shortstop Colleen Thorson, her last time up. And that pitch is thrown high by Hutto. Count 1-1. And then the pitched out one, loop behind first base, going to get down for a base hit. Wright thinking about to, makes a short turn and holds at first base. So Wright just kind of going with that pitch, lofted it out behind first base, and she's aboard for the Wolves. Tiana Zupanik now in the box. Pitcher on pitcher as Hutto's first pitch is out of the strike zone. Ball one. This one chopped to the shortstop. Ranging as Thorson raises, fires, and she's got her. Nice job by Thorson. She really had to hurry there. Fielded it cleanly and got a good throw off to get Zupanik at first base. So one down after the fine pick and throw by Thorson. Janae Rookert, the freshman, in the box now. Down the second is Wright. After the throw from Thorson across the diamond. Rookert slaps one out in left field in the gap. She's found the gap there in left field and knocks it all the way to the fence. Wright will score, and down at second is Rookert. Rookert split the gap between left and center and bounced it to the fence for the RBI. Do a double for her. And Wright, with her previous single, she will score on that. So 3-2 lead now. Rookert down at second, and in the box is Brooke Fleming for the Wolves. Hutto with the pitch. Outside, call ball one. One down, top of the fourth. 1-0 pitch from Hutto. That one's inside, right on the back of the plate for the strike. 1-1. Hutto squares, fires. This one chopped to Thorson again. Scoops, fires, threw it high, but good enough. Kimbrell able to pull that in. Wright able to take third on the throw back across the diamond. It's about as good as the Scotties could have played that on the field from Thorson to throw it across to Kimbrell for the out. Staley in the box now, and Hutto fires a strike to Staley. Staley flew out the right field her last time in the box. This time she's up with Rookert at third and a chance for the Wolves to tie the game. 2 down, top of the fourth. Chopped, scooped up there by Kylie Thomas across the diamond and makes the play there. Nice cut of that ball by Kylie Thomas. It was headed in the hole there for Thorson, but Thomas able to slide across, pick it cleanly, and fire across to first base for the out. So the fine play by Thomas at third base. Her fine play continues throughout the day. Allows the Scotties to keep that 3-2 lead, and we go into the bottom of the fourth. Scotties coming back to the plate. Go to the bottom of the fourth. Scotties with a 3-2 lead. Tori Kimbrell stepping into the batter's box now. Nice stretch on that last out to end the inning for the Wolves at first base. Chops at that first pitch from Zupanik and fouls it off right side. Tori, victim of a strikeout her last time up. Falls behind here, 0-1. Change up, nice pitch from Zupanik to get ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. That one low and inside at the knees off the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to the junior from Cumming, Georgia. Zupanik winds and pitch threw it high. 2-2 the count. Wolves got 1 back in their half of the fourth. Scotty's got 1 in the first and 2 in the second. That one inside and called a strike. So second time that Kimbrell's been set down with a strikeout. Take the Scotties back to the top of the order now. Mercedes Barker. Has been on base twice in this ball game, both by walks. Pitch low there by Zupanik. Another low pitch from Zupanik. So Barker ahead now in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. She can be patient here and wait for Zupanik to throw one. Try to see if she can get a third base on balls. That one at the knees, though. Splits the plate from by Zupanik. Two balls, 1 strike. Now Barker takes that one. Take it to 3-1. May be called to ask to take one here. Here's the 3-1 pitch now from Zupanek. Chopped on and over to Caldwell at third. Across the diamond, she threw it short and gets past right at first base. So the error will be charged to Caldwell on the throw to first. And down at first base, Mercedes Barker to start this bottom of the fourth for the Scotties. So Caldwell, the throwing error. That's only her second error of the season for the Scotties, for the Wolves of Wesleyan. That brings on Emma Thomas for the Scotties, the senior to bat. Swings at the first ball and fouls it back. Barker down at first. Wolves got one in the top half of the fourth. Scotties want to try to get that right back, if not more. One down. Barker at first. Thomas in the box. She's down 0-2 in the count. Stays alive and chops one right side. That one out of play. Checking out the fan over there. Wasn't quite looking. Thomas able to hold off on that pitch. Take the count to 2-2. I think he had a camera in his hand. And the foul ball came right over there and hit him on the hand in which he was holding the camera. One ball, two strikes on Emma Thomas. One down here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Scotty's up by a run. Scoop swing by Thomas, pop up, and it's dropped by the first baseman. And but Wright able to collect it and throw it down to second. So two down here in the bottom of the fourth. So Thomas will be on the fielder's choice after Wright dropped the pop-up and was able to pick off Barker down at second base. So two down. And Kaylee Fitzgerald in the box. Thomas down at first. So Panic with the pitch. Fitzgerald with the swing, and she comes up empty. She was trying to clear the bases on that swing. She's not able to track it all the way. Falls behind 0-2 in the count. Took one on the outside. She comes up wide-eyed saying, "I'll thank you for that call behind the plate." Certainly could have gone either way on that call. But Fitzgerald gets the benefit of the doubt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the hurl from Zupanek. Fouled on and out of play by Fitzgerald. Kaylee's indicating she's getting closer on her timing on the pitches by Zupanek. Kaylee's got a nice gap between center and right fielder. She can get it over there. Pitch thrown high. Going down at second is Thomas, and she's clear on the steal for the Scotties. So Thomas swiped it. And she'll push down to second. So Fitzgerald now. 2-2 count. A chance to push Thomas over to third or bring her home. Panic winds, pitches, and the pitch inside. count to full at 3-2. Fitzgerald just got to protect that plate now, 3-2. Lifts one to the shortstop, circling under it, and there for the grab is Bowen for the Wolves. So the Scotties threaten here, bottom of the fourth, but come away empty. They still lead at 3-2 with the Wolves coming to the plate. 3-2 lead for Agnes Scott back after the timeout. Going to the top of the fifth now. Scotties with a 3-2 lead over the Wolves of Wesleyan. First ball game, Wesleyan won that one 11-2. Scotties trying to get the best of the nightcap. They lead it right now 3-2. Marilyn Neesmith back to the plate now for Wesleyan. She grounded out to Emma Thomas at second base her last time up. Hutto on the mound. Fires the pitch, that one high. Ball one. Thomas in tight at second base. Kylie Thomas in tight at third. As Neesmith takes ball two. Looking for her first hit of this ball game. Struck out in the first inning. Swats at this one and knocks it foul behind the screen. One ball, one strike. Neesmith, the senior, takes the ball on the outside. Going to count now to 2-1. Hutto readies and fires. This one swatted out in the left field. It's going to be a fair ball as Neesmith slides into second with a double. That one just hugging the line and stayed fair for her. So she starts this top of the fifth with a double for the Wolves. As Sabrina Bowen comes in to the box, just made a good defensive stop for Wesleyan. Now she'll have Neesmith down at second with a chance to drive her in. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play right side. Hutto normally does a lot better when she is ahead in the count and pitching. Got behind the count on Neesmith and she got the double as a result. Swing and a miss there by Bowen. Foul tip held on by Elizondo. Make it no balls and 2 strikes now. W.A.N.E in the delivery. This one stroked out to right field for a base hit. That will score Neesmith from second, and digging into second now and standing up there with a double is Bowen for the Wolves. So back-to-back doubles by the Wolves. And they tie the ball game at 3 each as Neesmith scores after the double by Bowen. And with no outs, Bowen would be down at second base. And coming to the plate is the ever-dangerous Bailey Caldwell. Caldwell, the sophomore, committed an error on the defensive side in the bottom of the 4th. Tied at 3 now. Hutto fires, and just outside. Caldwell doubled back in the 3rd inning for the Wolves. Swats at this one, trying to take it to right field. Got there a little late and pushes it foul. Got a solid base hit between 3rd and short last time up. Count at 1-1. Bowen down at second. No outs for the Wolves. That one's off the plate by Hutto. Wolves trying to claim their first lead of the ball game. Hutto with the pitch. Off the plate again. Count at 3-1 now. Definitely a hitter's count for Bailey Caldwell. Got to be very careful with her. She's shown power. She hit the first inning home run of game 1. The runner as Hutto strikes her out. 1 down. Top of the 5th. Savannah Pollock, the catcher, now back in the batter's box. Pollock flew out to right field her last time. Got a single and scored in the 2nd inning for Wesleyan. Bowen's down at second for the Wolves. Hutto with the pitch. This one's popped up. Going toward the dugout and out of play behind the Scotties dugout. One ball, 1 strike. Pollock swats at another one. The back screen just in front of us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Neesmith has already scored for the Wolves after she doubled, and then Bowen followed her up with a double to get her to home, tied at 3-3. And Pollock swings at one and misses. Good pitch there from Hutto, making Pollock chase just outside the zone. So back-to-back strikeouts by Hutto as Jandea Wright comes into the box. Wright has hit almost everything hard today. Last time up, she got a single. A couple of hard line drives, been snared by Scotty's players. She takes a look at ball one from Reagan. This one popped up on the infield. Called for, and the catch made by Kimbrell to retire the side. So the Wolves come away with one here in the top of the fifth to tie the ball game at 3-3. And the Scotties coming in the bottom of the fifth will send up Kylie Thomas, Kat Fernandez, and Colleen Thorson, the first three for Coach Kerry Busby and Agnes Scott. We'll see them when we come back. We're in the bottom of the fifth now, tied at 3-3. At the plate for the Scotties, it's Scotty Thomas. And Thomas takes a look at strike one from Zupanek. Scotty's got one in the first, two in the second. Held scoreless since then. Thomas singled in the first. Sacrifice fly by her in the second. Falls behind quickly here, 0-2. Loops this one out, and that'll fall, and it won't fall. Thought it had a chance to get down, but streaking ahead was Neesmith to catch it. Neesmith normally playing a little bit more toward the fence line, but able to run in on that one to make the grab. That had a good chance of falling for a base hit, but credit Neesmith, very athletic move up front to get the grab. So Thomas retired at F8, and Kat Fernandez now struck out her last time, base on balls in the first inning. She faces the panic here. Takes a strike to get going. One pitch from Zupanek. Stroked and diving through her range, fires, but not quick enough to get Kat Fernandez running down the line. Staley with a good job of diving at that ball away from first base. Able to corral it. Made a play at first, but Fernandez is in there with a single. That'll bring up Thorson, the shortstop. One down. Swings at the first pitch, headed down the first base line and just out of play. Wright giving chase, but ran out of room. Thorson struck out her last time up. Walked in the first inning. Here's a pitch going down to second on the steal, and in there is Fernandez with the stolen base for the Scotties. So Fernandez takes second. That's her 13th stolen base on the season for Agnes Scott. So with one down now, Thorson swings at it, pops it up, right field. Staley going back, finally called off, and the ball is dropped. Had it in the mid of the third, the right fielder, Stevenson. And Stevenson not able to hold on to the softball. So everybody's safe as Fernandez moves over to third. And down to second goes Thorson. So it's E9 and Thorson's down at second. And Fernandez pushes to third. One down, and at the plate, Megan Smith. Smith grounded out to the first baseman last time up, trying to bunt here. Foul tips it for strike number one. So Fernandez at third, Thorson at second. First-year player Megan Smith down in the count 0-1, squares again. This time she got it down right in front of the mound, bounce, throw down to first base, and that sends everybody up one more. Fernandez scores, and down to second goes Smith. Good bunt by her, just kind of settled in about 2-3 feet in front of the mound or the home plate, and having to come up all the way from first base was Jendea Wright, and Wright's throw was off the mark. Would not have gotten Smith anyway on that throw, but it results in another run for the Scotties. So Smith, that'll be listed as a base hit there. And she scores Fernandez. And over to third goes Thorson. And on the throw over, Smith pushes down to second base. So Elizondo now coming back to the plate. Struck out her last time. Scotties, one down, bottom of the fifth. They reclaim the lead 4-3. First and third for Elizondo. She squares, misses on the first bunt attempt. Strike call. Caldwell was closing from third base. Oh, 1 the count now to Gigi. Takes a ball inside, 1-1. Here's a pitch from Zupanik. Strike at the corner. So Gigi now down in the count, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul, tipped by Elizondo to stay alive. Indicating that pitch was high, so it's lucky to get a piece of that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down, bottom of the fifth. Scotties lead it 4-3. Strike 3 called on the corner. Gigi could only look at that one. Good pitch there from W.A.N.E. So that's 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. Coach Busby coming in. Like she's going to have Sydney Strama grab a bat. And Strama going to be batting for Tori Kimbrell for the Scotties. Strama, the starting pitcher in game 1, which plays second base as well, listed as second base. So Strama replacing Kimbrell in the lineup. Two down. Takes a strike there from W.A.N.E. Thorson at third, and down at second it's Smith for the Scotties. They picked up 1 run already, but certainly don't want to leave those 2 out there if they can help it. Another pitch, same location from W.A.N.E. Strama steps in behind in the count 0-2. A change up here perhaps. No, instead they go up top with the fastball. Strama able to lay off. Count now 1-2. Here's a pitch. Fouled and out of play. Strama struggling, able to stay alive with that one. Way behind on the pitch, but got some bat on it to stay in there. A 1-2 pitch coming from W.A.N.E. She's trying to get out of a jam. Outside, didn't get a call there. Framed out there by Pollock, waiting to get a call. Two and two. She popped up behind second base. Staley able to range back and make the grab for the Wolves to end the inning. But the Scotties able to push one across here at the bottom of the 5th to reclaim the lead 4-3 over the Wolves of Wesleyan College. They'll be coming up to bat when we come back to start the top of the 6th inning. Back to start the top of the 6th. Wolves trailing now 3-4. They'll send up W.A.N.E., Ruckert, and Fleming. The first 3 in the order for Coach Brady Tigert and the Wolves. Reagan Hutto, the sophomore, getting set to face the opposing pitcher, W.A.N.E. First pitch inside, ball one. Zupanic's doubled back in the second and grounded out to the shortstop. Pop up. Thomas at second base. Easy squeeze for her for out number one. Good start to the sixth by Reagan Hutto to get that easy out of Zaponic. Ruckert doubled her last time up. Playing her tight at the corners. First pitch. Good curveball there by Reagan Hutto to start her off. Hutto looking for her fourth win of the season. That one just off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and foul tipped by Ruckert. One and two for the freshman. Hutto fires at the plate. Another foul ball by Ruckert at the plate. So the sophomore Reagan Hutto now ahead in the count, 1 and 2. And here comes the pitch. That one up and out of the strike zone. Hutto, an international relations major at Agnes, Scott. Trying to negotiate her way here to a strikeout of Ruckert. Here's a one and a pitch. Pop up on the infield. Thomas behind second, first base, able to range over there and make the grab for the Scotties. So Thomas with the second out of the sixth inning. Got the previous one on a pop-up as well by Zupanek. Now Brooke Fleming into the box. Takes a pitch on the inside. Nice location there by Reagan Hutto on the inside strike. Gets ahead in the count 0-1. Just a bit high on that pitch. Count at 1-1. Fleming out on a fielder's choice as she pops one behind second. This one may fall. Coming in, though, no, the catch is made out in right field by Megan Smith. Smith able to cover the ground and make the grab to end the top of the sixth for the Wolves. They send 3 up and 3 down. And the Scotties now with a 4-3 lead, getting set to come bat at the bottom of the sixth inning. They will send up the top of the order with Barker, Thomas, and Fitzgerald. See if they can put across a couple more runs back after the timeout. We are back live at Oakhurst Park, Decatur, Georgia. 4-3 lead for the Scotties of Agnes Scott over the Wolves of Wesleyan College. Bottom of the sixth now. Mercedes Barker in the box takes the first pitch for a ball. That one across for the strike. Mercedes got on board after an error at third base last time in the fourth. Scored in the second and in the first inning. Both innings she got on base on the walk. Half swing there by Barker for the strike. Take the count to 1-2. Barker, the first-year player out of Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Biomedical engineering major at Agnes Scott. Takes a look at ball two, and we go to 2-2 on the count. This one shot out to center field, but coming on to make a sliding catch there is D. Smith. She has fielded her position extremely well this afternoon for the Wolves of Wesleyan. Going down there for both knees to make that grab on a ball that was sinking real fast off the bat of Barker. So Megan's retired, or Mercedes is retired. And that'll bring on Emma Thomas. Thomas got on in the fourth inning after fielder's choice. Takes a first pitch strike here in the bottom of the sixth. That one in the dirt by Zupanik. Make it a 1-1 count. One pitch, and that one's off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Thomas struck out in the first, got on an error by the second baseman in the second inning. And then got on a base on balls in the fourth. This one chopped on slowly to the shortstop, fielded, fires, and got her. Bowen, the junior, with a fine play there, fielded it cleanly and a good throw across the diamond to right. So Kaylee Fitzgerald, now the senior, into the box. Popped up last time. She chops one down to second base. Staley easy with the flip over to right to retire the side. Officials call there. Looks like there was some interference there. That was catcher's interference, I believe, the call there. So Fitzgerald will be aboard at first base. So she gets on. And that'll bring on Connie Thomas. Thomas takes a look at strike one. No balls, 1 strike to Thomas. That one low at the knees. Ball 1. One and one to count. This one swatted out to center field, coming on, and can't make this catch down. Miss Neesmith gets under her glove, and they will hold Fitzgerald at third. And at first base, it's Kylie Thomas with the single to center field. So Neesmith coming on there, not able to make the shoestring grab there. And Thomas is aboard. And Fitzgerald pushes over the Scotties. Threaten, not able to push anybody else across. They lead at 4-3. And we go to the top of the seventh. Scotty's got to hold them here to secure the win. Wolves at the plate when we come back. Go to the top of the seventh here at Oakhurst Park. Scotties with a 4-3 lead and trying to get through these next three batters to come away with the win. Want to get a split from the Wolves in the second ball game of our doubleheader. They'll try to do it as they send to the mound the junior Taylor Yates to close things out for Reagan Hutto and the Scotties. Yates on in her 8th appearance for the Scotties, 0-1 record overall. She will face Staley, Neesmith, and Bowen for the Wolves in the top of the seventh to see if she could secure the win. She starts out with a strike on Jasmine Staley. Yates fires this one a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Staley grounded out the third, her last trip to the plate. This one's chopped on. Staley's laid on it. 1-2. Top of the seventh. Scotties by 1. Can they hang on to the lead? Trying to get their 4th win of the campaign. Yates squares, fires, change up. A little bit low. 2-2 on the count. Yates readies on a 2-2 pitch. That one at the corner, called strike 3. Yates squared up nicely, got it right into the waiting mid of Elizondo, who squared up, framed it nicely at the corner of the plate for the call, strike 3. So down goes Staley. And just 2 left for the Scotties to hold on here. Tough out here, though, and Marilyn Neesmith coming. She doubled her last time up. Yates with the first pitch. That's a strike at the corner. Neesmith showing bunt. Kylie Thomas tight at third. Emma Thomas tight on the first base side. 0-1 pitch coming to Neesmith from Yates. Taylor fires, chopped on, and foul ball. So quickly ahead is Yates, 0-2 on Maryland Neesmith for the Wolves. The 0-2 pitch from Yates. This one chopped on and foul ball behind the plate. Tight at the corners. Outfield is in tight as well. Yates fires, chopped on, foul ball again by Neesmith. Elizondo peering the bench to get the call from the coaching staff about the next pitch. Here it comes. Everybody waiting for that one. Thought it was going to be strike three, but just off the plate by Yates. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 down, top of the 7th. 1-2 pitch as Yates sets, readies, and fires. Change up. Didn't get the call there either. Off-speed pitch. Count to 2-2. Everybody kind of looking away with a wry smile there. Thought maybe that one was over. Count at 2-2. Yates rears back, fires, and no call on the corner there either. So you take the count to full at 3-2 on Maryland Neesmith. Scotty's lead 4-3, trying to hold on to it. Big pitch here by Yates. There she is, tipped and fouled back again by Neesmith. Yates, the junior from Yakima, Washington. Has 2 saves on the season. Big pitch coming here. Change up, looped down to second. Thomas slides, fires, got her at first base. Thomas able to go back towards second base on her knees, up quickly, and got the out at first base. Emma with an outstanding job showing some range on that play, away from first base, able to get up quickly and fire for the out. Out number 2 here, top of the 7th. Bowen, the junior, into the box. She doubled her last time up. Yates fires, chopped on by Bowen and out of bounds. First base line for strike number 1. Yates ahead in the count now, 0-1. Fires again, chopped on at the mound, back to Yates, and that will do it. Scotty's with Taylor Yates coming in relief of Reagan Hutto, able to shut the Wolves down 1-2-3 here in the top of the 7th inning. So Yates will get that save. That'll be her 3rd of the year, and a win will go to Hutto. And she will go to 4-4 in terms of wins on the season. So the Scotties claim the second of the 2 ball games this afternoon. They lose the first one 11-2. But in the nightcap, they win it 4-3 over the Wolves of Wesleyan College. So the Scotties now at 4-12 on the season. And the Wolves come away 9-4 on the season after they split here in Decatur, Georgia, with the Scotties winning the nightcap 4-3. Scotty's back in action here in a homestand starting on the 26th. That's next Saturday. They'll meet the West Division leaders, a preseason #1 team, the Lions of Piedmont College. They won the tournament last year, so that's going to be a big challenge for Coach Busby and the Scotties next weekend. And then on Sunday, they will meet the Mountaineers from Berea College in a double header here as well. So a full slate of Scotties softball next weekend from Oakhurst Park in Decatur, Georgia. Meanwhile, for the Wolves, they will go on the road on Thursday, or they'll be at home hosting the Panthers of Birmingham Southern, and then they will meet the Berea Mountaineers on Saturday, who will come and meet the Scotties on that Sunday after that trip. Coverage, that'll do it from here. Wolves of Wesleyan win the first one 11-2, and the Scotties win the second.